Will Kabuto's new powers be a match for the Uchiha brothers? Find out in my review of Naruto Shippuden episode 334. First, don't want to hear spoilers? Get the hell out. Second, I just want to thank all of our loyal subscribers because we have just reached a milestone. We now have over 7,000 subscribers for the Super Kamiguru 9000 page, and I just want to thank you guys. We work really hard on these videos, and we have a lot of really cool projects in the pipeline, so stay tuned in the future. We just are going to continue going strong because this is just really awesome, and it's one of the most fun hobbies that I've ever had, so make sure and stay tuned for tons of cool stuff. 7,000 subscribers is a big deal. It's only a matter of time before we finally get over 9,000. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the review. This week's episode was friggin' awesome. We finally got to see Kabuto using his crazy snaky abilities against the smuggy Uchiha brothers. And you know what? This is one of the most interesting battles that I've actually seen in the entire series, and a lot of that has to do with the setting, which is in this really dark cave, and I don't know what it is, but it really just captures me, and I'm really enjoying this battle so far. First and foremost, Kabuto is frigging awesome. I love to see him finally do some competent battling for once. He's a character who's been on the back burner for an incredibly long period of time, and he really displays he's got some new abilities this one. The battle itself starts out pretty standard with Kabuto just using a lot of snake abilities. What is cool is that Itachi and Sasuke get to use both of their Susanus at the same time, so just getting to see them both next to each other is just really awesome, and obviously just Itachi and Sasuke teaming up is a huge highlight of this episode. Kabuto's brand new abilities are really freaking awesome, and he looks great. He's got these horns coming out of his head, he can contort his body, he's got all these snake parts coming out of him, and not only that, but he has like all of these different composite abilities. He's able to use Suigetsu's ability to turn his body into water, and he's even taken Karin's ability to heal himself, and he of course reveals that she was an Uzumaki, which is a pretty big deal, so she's essentially Naruto's cousin. And not only that, you see the Nagato is there, and of course his mother. I love the ability Kabuto uses when he shoots this giant dragon out towards them, and it creates this huge blinding light, and he's able to take advantage of this. And what it also does is it like messes with their hearing, so there's like these like massive vibrations, so they can't really see anything. And Kabuto's just trying to decide who he should take out first. And of course he tries to go for Itachi, but that's not going to work. You're not just going to run right into a Susanoo. They also explain that his sage abilities derive a lot from Jugo's clan, and they actually explain that Jugo's body has the ability to absorb nature chakra, and essentially that's what he's been using the entire time. And it's pretty apparent at this point that nature chakra is like one of the strongest abilities in the series. They give you a little bit of a chance to breathe by showing you some scenes of the Kages having to deal with Madara, who decides, you know what, I'm gonna make you guys fight against all of the Susanoo, so fuck off. The end of the episode has a lot of action and actually has a flashback that they're able to use with the scene that's going on. Essentially, Itachi and Sasuke are getting ready to go after Kabuto again, and Itachi mentions, remember the wild boar hunt we went on? And that's when they had this flashback that comes in where you get to see Itachi and Sasuke going after this big, monstrous boar-like creature, totally like something out of Dragon Ball. And essentially, they have this plan that they're going to try and use where Sasuke is going to distract it and try and hit it with this small arrow from behind, and then Itachi's going to take it out. And they try to do this plan when they're fighting against Kabuto, and it's really convenient because Sasuke's Susanoo can use arrows, and he actually manages to hit Kabuto in the tail, but then Kabuto is able to grab this sword, and he stabs Itachi, and then Itachi uses his weird eye abilities on him and explodes into all these crows. It's a really crazy scene that all happens at once, and honestly, it's another one of the highlights of the episode, and it's great. It's what makes it such a unique Naruto battle. It really is like unlike any of the battles I've seen in the series, and for that, I really appreciate it. Itachi ends up cutting off Kabuto's horn, which doesn't really bother him too much, and that's where the episode sort of just ends, getting us ready for next week, and damn, this was a thrill ride of an episode. When I was reading all of this in the manga, I was a little afraid it would be hard to see things that were going on, because the entire battle was going to be taking place in a cave, and it's real easy to see in the manga, but I was afraid in the anime version things would be too dark. But honestly, everything looked really great, and I loved the setting this week. I especially love the scene where Kabuto sent out that giant dragon that blinded everything, and he was just running around the cave and everything. Everything about that just seemed really creepy. Everything, just the lighting, especially when he was running towards them and all you could see was the light from his glasses and the outline of his body. Just all of that looked really cool to me, and obviously Itachi's awesome, Sasuke's awesome, but I'm just impressed that Kabuto was able to push them back just a little bit. But even that bit at the end where Itachi gets right up in his face and hits him with that genjutsu and then just explodes into the crows, all of that was just really, really awesome, and I just thought it was one of the coolest things I've actually seen in the series. So if it isn't apparent, I actually really enjoyed this episode, and I honestly have zero complaints with it. I am going to give it a 10 out of 10. I thought the pacing was really good, I thought the action was good, and this is just the beginning of the awesome battle between Sasuke, Itachi, and Kabuto. So if it wasn't apparent, I loved this episode. I loved getting to see Kabuto finally activate his Dragon Sage abilities. But how do you guys feel about this week's episode? You can let me know with your comments below. Do you have any favorite moments from the episode you'd like to tell me about? And what are you hoping to see from the coming episode? You can let me know with your comments below. And remember guys, before you leave, make sure and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps our videos out a lot. And you can check out what we have right up top. So, I will see you next time guys. Super Kami Guru 9000. Out.